So we are now.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're not expecting anybody else, it's
just us.
just us. But we can wait until 5, I get 3 more minutes if you
Yeah.
wanna wait till 3 more minutes to get her going. Jack, you part of the BK Golf?
Yeah.
Right on. Not really much golfing weather right now, but you hitting indoors at all?
A little bit. I have a net.
I don't have an updated tag.
Get there to skip over maybe and just say, hey, we don't have an update, and give an update next month. Thank
Yeah. I'm going to add an item to this here. Under old business. That's for the student initiatives. Student projects, whatever we want to call it.
you. Yeah, 5 o'clock, Lane, so it's
Okay, give me just a second.
your call when you are ready, friend.
It is 5 o'clock on Thursday, February 23rd, 2023, and I call this meeting of the special meeting of the Meridian Historic Preservation Commission order. Roll call, Lane Justice, here. Pam Jacobs. Jack Keller. Here. Destiny Hart. Jody Jones.
Present.
Thank you. Before we adopt the agenda, one change on that, I'm adding an item under old business for item 5 for our student initiative project. So with that, do we have a motion to adopt the agenda?
Mr. President,
Commissioner Owens,
I move that we adopt the agenda as amended.
I second.
motion by Commissioner Alt, second by Commissioner Keller to adopt the agenda as amended. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Approval of minutes from our January 26th meeting.
Mr. President,
Commissioner Owens,
I move that we accept the minutes as of January 26th.
I second.
motion by Commissioner Alt, second by Commissioner Keller for approval of minutes from our January 26th meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Approval of our monthly financial statements. I don't think there's anything new on that, so. You can take the lead on this, Jack.
I move to approve the monthly financial statement.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Keller, seconded by Commissioner Alt, for approval of our monthly financial statements. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Under new business. Discuss and recommend course of action, recent donation to the city of limited edition signed photographic print art of Meridian Historic painting by Jerry Snodgrass. We've all looked at it. I guess the first course of action would be, one, see what it costs to get it framed, matted. So I guess if, when Ms. Schiffler gets back, if she can get us a quote to do that. That'd be the first item to do. I don't know where we want to put it.
With the library,
That was my first thought. Talk to the library, see how long they're still gonna be in the history center itself. That's the best location for it, is to go in the history center. Until the time they totally move out. Then it could go in their display at the libraries, wherever they put it, and it could get rotated to all the different libraries. So,
That's a good idea.
like I said, my big concern right now is,
Preservation.
well, preservation, but with that petition to disband Meridian Library
Yes.
District, what's gonna happen to all the history stuff that we donated to them? And from what I've read, the county has the right to sell it, get rid of it, whatever, and I don't want that to happen.
I don't know what that, I haven't read much up on it,
Yeah,
but that's not concerned if that's statement's true.
so that's a discussion that maybe I'll have to have with the library district, is get hold of them. So I guess in the meantime, let's see what it's gonna cost to get it matted, printed, matted. I'll let you guys hold on to this for now, Garrett,
Okay,
and then we can decide after we talk to the library district what they think the plans are gonna be. So. If Sam gives a price, then we can approve expenditure next month to get it printed. And then that way, at least it's preserved, and we know it's in good shape, and then we decide after talking to the library district, where it needs to go. Okay. We'll go on to old business. Everybody agrees with that?
I guess,
Yeah, okay.
yes,
I-
that is the very first thing we need to do is get it,
Yeah,
figure out what it's gonna cost.
so with that, do I have a motion to get a price quote from somebody for the shipment to do that, and we'll decide next month on proper course of action with that.
Mr. Brendan, I move that we have Cassandra get us a price quote to have this framed and preserved.
Motion by Commissioner Hall, second by Commissioner Keller to have the city give us a price quote to have the print matted and framed, and then we will decide at a future meeting permanent display location. All those in favor say aye.
I,
Opposed? All right, that will go through. Now we'll go on to old business. Planning and discussion of May 2023 Preservation Month activities. I'll start out with, I talked to Christie, and I can't remember her last name. She's the digitizing specialist for the library district. On what they possibly do to help out the commission for that evening that we have our activities. Talk a little bit about using the existing video that we have. It was made a couple years ago. It's entitled Settlers Make the Desert Bloom. It's on the city's website. You can look at it. But it's a good video. Have them set up in this conference room if it's available. Show the video and then go through some of the artifacts that they've already digitized, prints, documents, whatever, and just have a loop of the video and then photographs, go back to the video and just loop that for the hour and a half or whatever that we need. Possibly have a commissioner here to answer questions during that time. And then the rest of the commissioners be busy on whatever else we're doing. I think the other thing we can do as a commission is we use the sidewalk signage that we put out last year in front of some of the buildings to have a little bit of history on it. we put those up for that entire week. And they're out. We need to get highway district approval to do the signage, but they've always given a yes to us. But that's a good way for that non-activity night, but tell them just to see the signs, get a little bit of interest on that. And then check with Pine Tree School. People always go to that, are always really intrigued by that school. And they do a great job hosting it for us. They give us, do all the information, they say everything about it, we just show up, they do the presentation. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is, and then we leave, so I think that's another good resource. The other thing that I thought of, I don't use that term loosely. Do you know when the city's, I think it's Unplugged Outside event is going on?
I'll find out. I think it was pushed back an extra week, so it's the middle of May.
About the time frame we're gonna do the preservation. And this kind of coincides with my student initiative that I was gonna talk about. And I might as well just combine them now, because that's what
Yeah.
it's gonna do, is can we set up sketching stations around certain buildings? And have someone there sketch a building and have the kids sketch, do sidewalk art, chalk art, whatever, on some of the sidewalks. And be whatever. So I think those are a couple of the possibilities. That we can do. Like I said, I'm open to suggestions. Also,
The Unplug and Be Outside kickoff is Saturday, May 13th.
okay,
So I would suggest that Sandra work with Renee White, our special events coordinator, to see what involvement they could do, if anything. with
Okay.
Unplugged Outside.
and that would still work because we're gonna have the signage up by that time, I would think. So that'd be 2 days, that'd be a Saturday that we'd be down here helping with that artwork. And then we could still do our regular event sometime for the middle of the week. Like, put milk, you already, I sent this to Cassandra earlier, because I knew it wasn't gonna be in time for our meeting notes. I'll revise it and re-email it to her, so that she can add it to the minutes for the meeting.
Great.
So, okay. I don't know that we want to do essays or whatever for that student initiative, but I think the artwork would come in handy and it would be a little more creative for some of the kids to do. So I think we can combine both events into one week. So, and then we would have to figure out some way to award prizes or whatever, if we've got money in the budget to give grade school, whoever was at a certain amount, like we've done in the past. Gift cards to a treat somewhere.
You might even find some of the local businesses to
Donate,
donate
yeah,
some. Helps them too.
okay. So we've done that. It's gonna be a fast meeting, guys. Update on the Eggers Farmstead Black Cat development. I spoke with David Bailey Engineering. They are the design group working with the developer on that site. I attended their pre-application meeting online and talked to them a little bit. That was in December. They did not know that the silo, the granary and the barn were eligible for listing on the National List of Historic Places. They don't want them to be listed. I understand that. But they didn't understand the historical significance of those structures either. When I talked to them on the phone the other day, there was at least some interest in possibly moving the granary to the entrance of their development and using it as an entrance structure of some kind. And then they also said, well, the barn is in pretty good shape, it's on good foundation, possibly relocating it on the site, putting on a new foundation and repurposing it, keeping the building as it is, putting it as new use. So, it just boils down to money, is what it comes down to, unfortunately. But it's a business for them, and I understand that. But at least they're talking about saving the structures. So that's a good sign, I think, especially with the reputation of unnamed developer that's doing the work. At least they're talking about it, and that's a good thing for us. So, that's my update on the Eggers Farmstead. Updates on the Speedway nomination. SHPO has that information back from National. They're doing the tweaking of the report to meet National's guidelines. It's on their back burner. They've got other things that are more pressing, but they are working on it. But there's no update from SHPO yet on that. So hopefully next month we'll get some more information. I know Cassandra's talks to them at least once a month to see what the latest is. So hopefully we'll get some more information next month from them. I do not have anything from TAG on their reconnaissance survey projects. They're supposed to be working on that. But we'll put that as updates for next month also. With that, that's everything I've got. Does anybody else have any questions before we adjourn? With that, our next meeting will be March 23rd. Probably in council chambers. I don't know if anything is going on. We'll wait and see. We have a motion to adjourn.
Mr. President,
Commissioner Hall.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hall, second by Commissioner Keller for adjournment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We are done. Thank you, everybody.